Oh man, would you look at that? We're back. We are back. We are here.
Yes, we are.
We are live.
Not live. No, this is pre-taped.
Yeah, this
Seriously.
isn't live.
You guys watching this late.
Well, for those checking us out for the first time, welcome to Level 857 Video Game Podcast. We discuss video game related topics, news,
such.
releases, and such.
And such.
Yes. From now until they pull us off the network, we're going to be your hosts, Turbo 857.
Jason, a.k.a. Sticks.
Al G 857.
And the 23rd, sorry, this is
There
new
it
for me.
is. There it is.
Ah, man, I almost got through it.
You almost
intro.
did it.
I almost did it. It was going so
Nah,
perfect.
Will never happen.
Still.
The 23rd Stallion can't be with us right now. He's right now in Vegas. So we're going to pull this through without him. He's going to be with us in spirit, so we'll be fine, I'm sure. I'm sure. All right, before we get into the topic at hand,
Yes.
any news? Any news?
I've got some news.
So do I. But you first.
News.
So, we have some news about BioWare.
Oh,
you know BioWare, right?
Oh, no, I know what
Yes.
news you're going to talk about.
Kev's the BioWare guy.
Yeah.
So, BioWare Montreal
Mm-hmm.
has merged with another EA studio called Motive.
Mm.
Motive is currently working on Anthem, another huge
Mm-hmm.
EA project. So, BioWare Montreal was the people who worked on Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't played that yet.
Not
have you?
yet. Not
And you're a
yet.
huge Mass Effect fan.
I
right?
am.
So why didn't you play it yet?
Um,
You're the reason why they shut this down.
I haven't played Mass Effect Andromeda because there are so many open world games that come out at such a fast rate these days. I can't play so many of them at the same time. I tried playing 2 and 3 at the same time, open world games, and I never beat them. So I stick to 1. You know, and plus there was a lot of bad press about Andromeda when it first came out. So I wanted to wait till it got all the patches and the kinks out. So
It didn't happen.
Just like
So,
Street Fighter. I
I
had
So
hope.
you know.
I will play it, and it'll probably be like a bargain bin price or something by the time I get around to it. But I plan to. It's on my list.
$20.
20 bucks, 30 bucks, something like that. Yeah.
I believe that they moved them into. I think they're still going to work on a Mass Effect. It's a franchise that I don't think they're going to miss out on.
Mhm.
I think they're just going to just move some other people on to work on it from other studios. So they'll still have the people working on the story mode and everything.
Yeah.
But they're going to get people to start from scratch on the animation. That's pretty much what they need to do.
What they need to do, and
that
what they
was-
won't do, is they need to remaster the other ones, the 3.
Nah, nothing.
They need to do
They
that.
look
still look
great,
good.
though.
They still look
They
good.
still
It's for
look
people-
awesome.
They still look good, but
Yeah.
if they want to, they need
Are
to
they back?
rebrand. They need to rebrand the shit that,
Mm-hmm.
like polish it up, rebrand it, make it, bring it out again for the people that haven't even touched the franchise, like myself.
Right.
Like, I just started playing the first one, and it is good, but I got to fucking plug in the fucking Xbox 360.
Is it backwards compatible?
it's like-
no?
Huh?
Is it backwards compatible on the Xbox One?
That's a good question. I don't know.
He's a PS4.
I don't
He's not an Xbox guy. So yeah.
Yeah.
But they need to get away from that engine. That's the problem with Andromeda. They stayed with the engine. They
Right.
need to change it all. Because it didn't look bad. The graphics still looked amazing.
I
But
thought it looked like
it just looked like a glitch fest, though.
when I saw the trailers, I was impressed by Andromeda. You know, like it's just a.
So what do you think the problem was? You think they didn't have enough time to test it?
They say it was rushed. They
Yeah.
said development,
Yeah.
and they said when I read about it, they said there were snags in development. You know, there was a lot of challenges and stuff like that, and I think they rushed it out before it was probably ready.
So what they were probably doing was porting 1, 2, and 3 over. And they said, hey, let's add a new story. And that's why it got all fucked up.
Let's add an embargo, a review embargo.
I'm for a remaster of the other 3 if they can get it to 60 frames. If they can't, I don't care to see a remaster.
We don't need to see it anymore.
Yeah,
We want to see Anthem. That's it.
Anthem does look great. Any more news? I thought you were going to talk about the other news regarding BioWare because there was
What do you got?
one of the designers. Speaking of Anthem, he's responsible for Anthem, responsible for
One of your lead writer?
I think he was a writer on 2 and 3. I don't know about Andromeda, but I think Anthem. He died.
Yep.
Yeah, he died. I just read it right
Really?
on the way over here. I was like, oh.
So about a week
wow.
from when you guys are hearing this.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's,
so that's unfortunate though.
unfortunately I forgot his name, but it's he's part of a lot
So
of
you
great
think that'll
games.
stop them releasing Anthem on time?
That no, I don't think so.
There's a lot of money in that project, so I don't know if they're.
And there's a lot of people who work on, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people who work on it, and it's like, they'll get somebody else to fill in, like that's just the way the business works. So yeah. But other news.
Jade Empire is going to re-release. No, it's not.
I say,
Yeah,
what?
right.
Fake news.
What?
Fake news. Fake
I want to
news.
see a sequel. I want to see a sequel. To that.
That's the only BioWare game that I actually even played for a little bit.
Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 is coming to the Switch.
That's your news?
That's one of them, man.
Wow.
It's kind of one of them. Yeah. It's like,
How about anything new on the Switch?
Rocket
Well, actually,
League.
you got something.
Rocket League is coming to the Switch.
and Al just bought
I said new.
Overcooked.
I said new.
Well,
Al bought Overcooked, and
oh yeah, that's
got
right.
rated pretty well.
It's actually
I heard
it's
there
an
was-
interesting game. It's very tedious, but it's hectic at the same time.
I know you'll be waiting for some updates on there because I heard there was some frame rate problems.
They said they're working on it. They said they're working on
In
it.
comparison,
It's not 60 frames,
in comparison to the other
but
releases that on the other system.
it doesn't hurt the gameplay because the gameplay is what makes the game fun.
It's multiplayer,
Yeah,
It's 4 players, right?
4 players co-op.
4-player co-op.
so
And
it's like
it's
Burger
team.
Time.
It's like almost.
It reminds me of Burger
Actually,
Time.
it's a lot. It's a lot of teamwork. Like you have to. It's crazy. You get the menu on the top. It tells you what ingredients. You have to like take the ingredients, chop them up, put them in a certain order,
So not like
put them in the pot and shit, and take it off. Take the pot off. There's like a timer on it. It's
Like-
hectic.
like Cooking Mama.
Yeah. No, it's more hectic than that shit.
I
Cooking Mom is different.
I'm looking
But,
forward to taking a stab at that game.
But the kitchens are different. Like each stage has like different types of kitchens where like some of them you have to like jump over obstacles and shit to get to the other side of the kitchen. And
Sounds interesting.
the Switch version
Really?
has the DLC all added,
oh, really?
which is cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah,
Which is what
got
sold me.
an 8 out of 10 on NintendoLife.com. So,
Downloadable cook.
Yeah,
it looked
That's the DLC.
looks pretty
only
cool.
2 buttons, man.
That's all
Only
you
2
use, right?
buttons. That's all you need.
You need
Very
at
easy
least
to-
8.
It's very easy to pick up and play. Hard to master.
Right.
It's one of those.
Jay, you getting Splatoon?
No.
Come on, man. I need one more person to get
No.
Splatoon. Come
Why?
on.
Nah, I'm not following you on that.
I'm not buying it
Sorry.
until one person gets it so we
Nah,
can do the
I
salmon
don't want to
run.
get it either.
You know? Come
No.
on.
You know
Why don't you
why?
just play the one
I'll
player?
tell you why. I'll tell you the main reason why. The general consensus to Splatoon 2 is that it's Splatoon 1.5. It's basically the same shit, same engine as the fucking first
But there's
Splatoon.
one player.
Well, it's a
And
third-person
they
shooter.
polished it up and they added like a few maps or whatever, but it's not enough.
It says
They
not.
fixed the first player shit, the story mode or whatever.
I like video game donkey.
It's less tutorial-y. It's less like tutorial stages or whatever. Like the first one it was all tutorial in the story mode for the first one.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really feeling that too much because it was kind of like forced, you know?
Yeah.
Street Fighter V did the same shit.
That review was hilarious.
Street Fighter V did the same shit where you had
We'll
to
get into
fucking,
that.
you couldn't play
We'll get into
the
that.
goddamn game.
We'll get into that.
No, but I'm just as irrelevant to what I'm talking about. The tutorial for the single player doesn't take up the whole game in Splatoon 2.
Okay.
There's also bosses and stuff like that, but it's
I
not
played
a,
it one
it's,
player.
it's not a long one player game.
I'm not
If-
going to play it multiplayer though.
That's the
Nope.
thing. I'm not.
I don't care.
It's not. It's not
Play
my.
multiplayer.
I'm not the demographic for it because I
Let's
don't
just buy
play
some
online
paint.
multiplayer.
Let's just buy some paint and throw it
Bottom
around.
line.
Local ad hoc.
No, just throw some paint around in the basement. It'll be fun.
I'm not an online multiplayer guy.
Are you going to call it Splatoon or Splatoon?
Spittoon.
It's
Spittoon.
It's a pet peeve of mine when someone says Splatoon. I was like,
Splatoon?
it's not how you say it. Yeah. People come in and be like, can I get Splatoon?
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
It's Splatoon.
Splatoon.
You got to spit on them.
No, we don't have Splatoon.
I like the gameplay a lot. I think I'm going to get it sooner or later.
Wow,
I just
man.
need one more person to get it so I can do the salmon run.
Is there a demo for that on the
There
Switch?
was.
There was, right?
Well,
I
not a
think I
demo.
missed that.
Switch.
It was
Not a
a
demo,
live,
it was a
like
play.
yeah,
To test it.
nah.
Yeah.
Not too
beta.
sure. Not
Yeah,
too
something like that.
sure.
All right. Well, let's get any more news? No.
Let's see, any Switch? Well, actually, I saw this. I don't even know the name of this shit. It was a grip.
Power grip.
Switch power, not a power grip. It was a rubberized. I showed you this shit it was on some YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and the guy wasn't sponsored by the company or anything like that. He was just like
You just
testing-
3D printed.
testing. Well, it was basically like a rubberized case for the Switch in handheld mode, and it had a extra grip on the back,
Well, let's see.
like a lump, like of
It's for people
rubberized,
who get cramped hands. When
like
they're
me.
holding-
Like I get, and it's he's like, yo, he was raving about it because he's like, the one thing it's like it's uncomfortable after a long extended play.
Mm.
Your hands get cramped up. He's like, but that extra weight or whatever just adds. It makes it feel like
more like the gamepad.
more like the
Wii
like
U
the Wii U
gamepad.
gamepad.
Then you
He
get
said,
chuck it
more like a
across the room.
controller. He said, he's like, yeah, it's more like a controller. It's more ergonomic. Can't say the
Ergonomic.
word.
Ergonomic.
Can't say the word.
Aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic. Ergonomic
Same thing.
or whatever. Yeah. Your hands don't cramp up as easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I had those stupid little things on the stick part,
Yeah.
the little thing that goes around it.
Mhm.
On
I
the
don't like
Joy-Con?
it that much because it's not tight on it,
Yeah.
so it makes it seem rickety.
Yeah.
Right.
But it does feel better holding it over time.
How long,
But it just makes it feel like
how long
shit.
you motherfuckers hold that shit for?
Well, I had to
I don't play it at
I had
all.
to get a grip for the Vita also because after when you play it for like maybe 30 minutes, your hands cramp up.
Yeah.
My hands are big. These
Right.
shits cramp up after time.
My hands
I
are
just play
pretty
them like-
big too.
I play them like this, away from the thing.
Look at how big my head is.
Nah,
Man,
you got
take
small
these-
hands.
No one cares.
Man,
You
son.
got
cares about
small
your
ass hands. Anyway,
Yeah, baby hands.
I bought a
What did I say?
I bought the hand grip
High
for
five.
it also,
High five.
and it's just like holding a
Yeah.
fucking DualShock controller. It's great for the Vita. Perfect for it.
What's a Vita? Oh, you mean a PSP Vita?
It still sells. God damn it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it
In
does.
Japan.
No, it still sells.
Pan.
They recently hacked it finally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care though.
I don't care though.
I didn't even look into it. I think I
releasing
updated
games.
it. I think I updated it, so it doesn't matter.
They're still releasing games for it.
No, the Switch is
Fate
made.
Exella
The
was
Vita
released
obsolete.
also for the Vita.
Everything that comes on the Vita needs to come to the Switch. Might as well support.
Yeah, no,
Pour it onto the Switch.
pretty
All right.
much, pretty
Yeah.
much
So,
most of it is. All right,
Let's get on to the topic at hand.
Yes.
So the topic at hand is basically, what is it? It's physical software versus digital,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
and what it's doing to the industry.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. What do you guys think about it?
There is some issues. Me and Al talked about this. We talk about this a lot.
So what's good about? Let's go about good first.
Convenience.
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 Convenience. I love. Let's put it this way. I own the Switch like everybody else here at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All my games except for Zelda are digital, and I think I own 8 games total now. I think
Right.
I got about 8 games total on the Switch, and I'm gonna keep going digital, just because I like to carry the thing around and have access to all my games right there. I understand that I can't sell it if I want to sell.
No,
the games.
positives only.
Oh, sorry.
Positives only. Damn it.
Convenience.
Convenience.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. The convenience of digital it's very.
I
good.
hate popping in cards and popping in CDs. I really do. I hate taking it out, putting another one, taking one, taking another.
I don't
like
mind it.
turning it on, selecting a game, just like I do with the digital apps, HBO Go,
I don't
and
mind it.
Netflix on the PS4,
Right.
and the Xbox. I like that type of stuff. I like my games that have the same kind of access.
Because you're lazy.
So
I'm
you
just
like
not-
your games-
Maybe,
no, no,
maybe,
no,
maybe
I'm
it is. Maybe
I'm kidding.
lazy.
I'm kidding.
You know?
You like your games like your apps,
Yeah.
Yes.
accessible.
Accessible.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, my positive about it is that basically, obviously, that the convenience of having them, but
Mm-hmm.
I usually buy digital, like, what do you call them? Like, not AAA games, like indie games.
Indie games.
Most of my digital stuff is indie games because they're not available physical.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll buy those. So they'll be like $15, $10, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a lot cheaper. So in that regard, I'll purchase them that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good for the indie market.
Mhm.
But that's pretty much it, man. As far as the pros, that's
Well,
pretty
no,
much
there's
all.
another- there's some. I got some other pros.
You got more pros?
yeah.
Convenience, good for the indie developers. What else?
So they won't be sold out. You can't go to the store and say, "Can I get this?" Oh no, we don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't have to run around everywhere trying to get it. So you wake up 2 o'clock or whatever. If they're going by West Coast time, it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. If they're going by our time, it's 12.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's on the West Coast.
Well, it
We're
depends on.
we're in New York, by the
It
way.
depends on the system, because Nintendo doesn't follow any fucking rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, Overcooked came out on supposed to be released on the 3rd, or no, I'm sorry, on Friday. What the fuck day was that? It was July or something.
Yeah.
31st.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Or something.
So it was supposed to be released on that date, And I fucking waited till 12 o'clock. Nothing. Kept refreshing, and then I waited an hour. Still nothing. Waited till the morning. Nothing.
Really?
12 o'clock. Nothing. Fucking 5:30. Like randomly, I just like, you know what? Let me check to see. Yeah, it was on. It was up.
There you go. So
They
might
don't
be
have
going
a set schedule.
They might be going
Sony
by
has a set schedule. Where
Asian time.
well, no,
That'd
the
be Japanese time.
The Sony's Japanese, and they fucking on the dot, 12 o'clock. Bam, it's
12
out.
But what I'm saying is, it won't be sold out.
No,
you
yeah,
can, you
you're
can
right.
buy it right then. You might have to wait for it to download, depending on the game. But if it's in any title, usually 2 seconds, you're done.
Right.
And you don't have to install it or nothing. It's already on there.
What
so,
else?
Yeah, that's
True.
the convenience of that. Besides that, I mean, I would like to say price, but that's not always the case.
Fuck
and I'll
no.
get
That's
into
not
that.
always the case.
I'll
Fuck
get
no.
into that. So, I mean, that's probably all the positives I have. There's not that many.
No, that's all. That's all the things I could.
Because, I mean, the new generation, you think they care? You think the younger kids care about having it digital or not? You think they like the... All right.
That's how I feel about that.
Do you think they
was a
like the
response.
convenience more
Do I
so?
think the millennials care more for
Nah,
convenience?
we're past millennials, cuz. We're past
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the generation after
millennials are like
millennials.
17 right now. I'm talking
Oh,
about
man.
like
Generation Y or whatever the fuck they
The
call it.
millennials kids. The millennials.
All right,
the millennials.
Little millennials.
Yeah, try saying it.
Little millennials.
The littles.
The millennials.
Do I think they care? I think they're more tech savvy. They're more digital savvy. I think they would lean more towards digital.
You think because they're used to their phones and they're used to not
Yeah.
getting anything physical anyway?
Exactly. I think they get a lot of kids. They're not getting Game Boys anymore as their first handheld gaming device. They're getting.
DS still has cartridges.
I agree.
They're getting spoiled by their parents getting them the iPhones when they're 8 years old. Or the iPad, was it the iPod Touch or whatever it is? So they're kind of used to downloading, things from the App Store, touching the icons and stuff. And I think that they're gonna try to do something similar for their dedicated gaming handheld systems.
I
You
think-
you think physical media is going away then?
I do.
Me too.
Okay.
Well, it does
Sadly.
sell.
I don't want it to
I
go
think
away.
It does sell less year after year, but I don't think it's gonna completely disappear. Like, look at the CDs. CDs are still around.
Oh, you mean compact disc?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a novelty thing, like records. Like they still make records, but it's not widely sold in stores. It's it's more like a novelty thing.
Yeah.
So people will make like an indie developer would be like, oh, we're going to release X amount of whatever copies, whatever physical copies for the
So
Right.
for
let's
the collectors.
Yep.
let's get into the negatives about it then, since this will be a long talk.
Oh yes, yes.
So the negatives. Well, should we go into negatives of the digital or the positives of physical first?
Positives.
Positive of physicals. Okay,
Positives
let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, being of not the millennial generation, we got a lot of physical
We're not.
stuff.
Kanye West thinks that we're millennials. He said he was a millennial. We're around.
Jesus Christ.
He sells to the millennials.
He's older
That's
than
about
us, and he thinks he's a millennial.
it. Yeah,
So
he's
it's
crazy though. I'm not crazy. So
He's also insane.
yeah,
He's also insane.
but I'm a collector. So I would buy things to collect them. I want them in my possession. I wanted to stack a whole bunch of something,
Right.
whether it be comic books, whether it be music, whether it be video games.
Yeah.
I want it, and I want a whole shelf full of stuff. That's just how we were raised
Yeah.
to collect stuff like that. So physical stuff, I like to have it tangible in hand. I like to have. Well, they used to have instruction booklets, which were awesome. They used to have color.
I used to
I was
like
gonna
that, too.
I was gonna use that as my.
They
my-
used to. They
I
don't
know,
though.
but that was
they don't.
That's
though.
the one thing I miss
Yeah.
a lot.
But they
and-
don't have any art like that
No.
anymore, unless you buy like a limited edition run or something.
Yeah.
So, but I still want to have it, like because
Right.
there's disadvantages to having digital, and we'll get into that. So I want to have it in hand just in case. So I
Right.
want to have it either to sell it or to keep it and say I have this, so I can play it on something later.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do I have any systems that I had when I was a kid? Not so much anymore. I don't have a Nintendo Entertainment System or anything I could just plug in and put an old cartridge in. Do I still have those cartridges? I do still have some, but I don't have anything I could put those in. But
Right.
that's neither here nor there. I
Yeah.
still have it, so it's not like I lost that,
Yeah.
and I know where it is. It's in my closet.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
Can I go next?
Oh yeah, go.
I have one. Resale value.
Okay.
Reselling is a big thing when you have a physical copy. You can't do that with a digital copy. And that's the biggest thing for me is when I play a game to death. And, or also a positive too, you'll see a game, right? You have a physical copy of it. You'll see it for free on, and it actually happened where I saw it for free on PlayStation Plus. I have the game physical. I can just sell the fucking physical copy, keep the digital copy. That's a scenario right there.
That's true. That's true. Let's see, a positive.
Until Dawn.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I saw that shit on PS Plus. I was like, "Fuck!" I bought the physical copy. God damn it! But you can get your money back though. You know, you're not gonna get the full price
It's
depending
$7 back.
depending on who you sell it to. If you sell it to somebody dumb, you got that doesn't know.
Somebody told me.
Yeah, or you bundle it with something, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's see, two things which are cool about the disc. You could swap and lend them out to people.
Oh,
you
true,
know,
true.
It's just like it's
Not the disc. It could be any physical media. It could be a cartridge. It could be anything.
yes.
The 3DS doesn't have a disc. It
You
has,
can lend.
As a card, that's true. A physical game you could lend with a friend.
There are digital ways to lend, though. Not too many people take advantage of it or know how, but there
it's
are.
not intuitive.
No,
it's not
but you
intuitive.
can.
It's not intuitive. It can be done, but it's not as simple. It's not as easy as here's my game.
As a matter of fact, I do have one more positive for digital.
That's it.
Damage. You can't damage it. You can't scratch it. If you have little kids around, you have animals, they can't scratch the shit out of the disc. And then
You can get a
there's no-
shitty copy.
Well, there's no dirty disc.
You can get a corrupted file.
That's true.
That's true, but I'm saying you can download it again.
One thing I like about physical, and it works in a household like this, where we have multiple copies of the same system. Like if you have a PS4 in one room and a PS4 in the other, if you have a physical disc, you have the choice, you have the option of playing the game in two different locations. Because with the cloud saving, you could save to the cloud, download that save to the other PS4 and play it.
Yep.
You know, and I've done that countless times, you know, just for convenience purposes. So that is pretty cool. Being able to lend the game out, that's a cool thing too. Oh, and another one, which happened to me with Marvel Ultimate Alliance. You know, they had 8 DLC characters.
What is the negative on digital?
Yeah, this is a negative on digital. Yeah,
Oh, so we're
this is
jumping into negative?
Actually, this is a negative on digital, but a positive. It is a positive on the disc.
All right.
I own the disc of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but the extra characters I had were DLC.
Yeah.
Now, one day I wanted to play the game years after I bought it, and I already downloaded the characters, but for some reason there was some sort of glitch, and the characters were erased. I wanted to re-download them again from Xbox Live, and they lost Activision didn't have the license anymore for those characters, so I wasn't able to download it. I had to find a special edition Marvel Ultimate Alliance Gold, which has the characters on the disc, and it was rare, and it was tough for me to find it. I had to buy the disc, and I own the disc now, and now I can't get rid of it because if I ever bought that digital again and it didn't have those characters, or if something bad happened with a server, people lose their license.
Yep.
I'm asked out, you know. So having the disc, I circumvent and go over all those problems, you know.
Good.
So that's the cool thing about having the disc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of the negatives about digital, since we went through those.
Well, that's it right there.
License,
Licensing.
time licenses.
Licensing, there's things like character licenses, and there's also music licenses. If you
Right.
go to something like Alan Wake, that's not available digital anymore because some of the songs in there were done with the licensing.
Yeah.
No, it's fucked up. I
So-
wanted to buy Raystorm. Had the demo. I thought I bought it years ago. Went to go throw on my Xbox 360, put it on the game. It was just a demo. I'm like, what happened to the game? Couldn't unlock it. I'm like, I never bought this. I thought I did.
It's possible that
I
you
never bought
could
it.
have. So the thing about digital also,
Yeah.
if you buy it completely
Yeah.
and
You don't
you're
own
not
it.
signed in online, it reverts back to a demo copy.
Right.
And you can't play it.
Are you
Unless-
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
In fact, I remember when I brought.
up.
I'm in between with digital and physical. Like
They have to validate you.
I'm a collector as well, so I like the aspect of collecting a physical media, but I also like the convenience of having a digital copy.
For portable stuff, I do. I agree.
Yeah.
For portable,
For
yes,
portable, I
but
agree.
also for consoles too, because I mean, I'll give you an example. I brought my Xbox 360 to I have a lot of downtime at my job. I'm not going to tell you what I do, but I brought my Xbox 360 to work, and it was on a weekend that there was like a lot of where I was working was closed down temporarily for a weekend.
Yeah.
So I did nothing basically when I got to work. So I brought my 360 with the fucking with all the games on the hard drive, thinking, all right, I got access to all the games. It's on my hard drive already. There's no Wi-Fi at my job, so I turn the shit on and go to put on the first game.
Nope.
Hand the controller to my buddy at work, and it's just a demo. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Enjoy
What
that.
the fuck? I got to sign in
minutes.
to Xbox Live in order to access the full
Yep.
That's annoying.
digital
Yeah,
copy
that's-
of the game. It's
that's
like a
not
key
So
for
let
the
me
game.
tell you a
Yep.
story that I had on the 360. Now, this is an infamous system for digital downloads because of all the problems with the system, especially that red ring of death.
Yeah.
So, just to let you know, I had that system go back 6 times to Microsoft because of the red ring of death. Just because of
I
that.
remember that.
I got
Solely
lucky,
that.
man.
So,
Yeah, mine too.
my first system,
Not once.
I had a ton of digital games. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Let me just keep buying digital. This is great. This is great. This is great. Took it back, got back my system, wiped clean, right? Went back to download my stuff.
Hmm.
It didn't let me.
Ah.
It said this system is not the
Registered.
same system that I downloaded my stuff on. So therefore, I can't download it to it. And I said, you guys better figure this out. Because I spent a lot of money on all of my downloads.
That's
Like I'm
nice.
talking like 20 or 30 games. Like there was a lot on
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
man.
And at like $50 a piece, that's a lot of money.
a lot.
You can't rip me off and say I can't download what I own,
Yep.
Jesus
which is the
Christ.
problem. I
That's-
didn't own it
Yeah.
because it's not in my hands.
Right.
So digital copies are not owned by you.
No, it says
They're
it.
borrowed.
It says it in the agreement when
Yeah.
you fucking purchase it. It says it in the license agreement.
Mm-hmm.
This is a digital copy. You do not own the rights to.
As long as it's available, you can get it.
We don't own the rights to physical copies.
So it
you know?
should be
It's
way
like it's
cheaper. I shouldn't be spending the
Right.
same amount of money for a digital copy
Right.
than the original because
Right.
there's that much difference between them.
Exactly.
That's another
'Cause
negative.
First, they
about
don't have resale value, like I
Mhm.
said, and
the same price as
they're
they
the
are.
same price.
The
you can't even
retail.
lend it
They
to
don't
anybody.
make. They don't make. They don't make the cases.
Right.
They don't make the physical disc.
Costs them nothing.
They don't burn anything on anything. There's no
costs them
machine to
nothing.
do it. It does nothing. It's just sitting there. You download it. It could be one little thing of data. You download it.
It's a file.
Everyone downloads it. Yes. Why does it cost the same amount?
I've been
And
complaining about that for years, but I
and-
understand why they do it.
but physical discs reduce in price over time.
Yep.
There's sales on those.
Exactly.
There's nothing on the digital.
Warriors of Roshi 3 for the Wii U. If you want to buy that digitally, $59.99. If
No
you want to get the
discount.
disc, $12. It's like
It doesn't make any sense,
It's
man.
crazy. It should be the
Doesn't make
opposite.
any goddamn
It should be
sense,
the
man.
opposite way.
I was like, I want to buy this digitally,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I had to cave and buy the disc. I'm like, there's no way I'm paying $60
Exactly.
for this game that's like 4 years old. And I was like, this is crazy. The game is great, but I am not paying $60. But
At least if they're both new, if it
I'll
came out
sac-
that week, it should be $10 cheaper.
I'll
online. At least.
sacrifice.
they should at least be $10.
I would sacrifice the convenience for fucking $12.
But you know why they do that though? You know why they sell it for the same price?
So let's get into the retail.
I was like,
Let's
Money.
get into the
No,
retail and the stores that rely on you coming out to buy physical
Oh no, wait!
discs.
I have a story real quick
Okay.
before you get
Okay,
into
go
that.
ahead.
This is another negative
Okay.
for digital copies. All right, I have a coworker who had a Vita, a PlayStation Vita. Wanted to sell his Vita. He had a bunch. He had like, I want to say like maybe 30 games, digital games on his Vita. Sold the system to someone on Craigslist or something for the amount with all the games that he purchased
Someone
and
fell
downloaded.
for that?
Right.
Yeah.
Gave him the fucking the system with all the games, right? The guy emailed him back saying, "Yo, I can't access any of these fucking games
He would have had to sell him the password.
reason
to his
why?
account.
because Sony locks the game in to the digital copy. So as long as you're signed in,
you could play it.
you own
You own
that fucking name is signed into those games.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you cannot sell that shit to anyone else.
They'll let you sell your password.
And
You should be allowed to
no,
sell
you
a
can't, and
license.
you can't even do that. You can't sell your license. Only Xbox does that shit. Actually,
well, I mean, you'd have to give them the
you can
password.
you
to sign
you'd
in.
have to pay. I think it's like $20 for Xbox to sell or make a separate account or whatever,
Yeah.
and have someone else take over the account. But it's like $20. They charge
Probably
you.
not anymore.
And you know what? I wouldn't mind if I had to pay to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if as long as I can sell the fucking the digital
License.
copy, but there's no there's no infrastructure to.
I got a digital
sell it.
copy on my Xbox One from somewhere.
So he
I
lost
wasn't
out.
signed in to nothing on there. I just downloaded it.
So imagine that he lost out on all those fucking games.
That sucks.
I wouldn't have paid for that.
No, he had to give he gave him the amount for the system and took a loss on all the fucking games that he bought. That sucks. That was like 30 games, man.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
That sucks.
And he didn't have PS Plus, so he paid full retail digital price for all that shit.
You should be
Terrible.
able to sell. You should be able to sell the license for those digital copies. That
They
should be,
should.
It should be yours.
No, they should.
The license, the game, whatever.
Like,
It's
I
it's-
understand why they do it. It's so that you can't sell it and then download it again under your name.
Of
They
course.
should. Then they should block. Well, yeah. After you sell
That's
it,
what I'm saying.
they should.
That's why
revoke
you can't
access.
use the same name.
Yeah, they should
Right.
revoke access from your.
But they need to have a universal system where they understand that you purchased such and such thing.
But people are gonna
But
do
they
that
kind of do
shit.
though. It's like
No,
are
they
gonna-
kind of do.
They
They need to.
kinda do.
When I buy something,
yeah.
I don't care if you got the license or not. I should be able to go back to that file and get it if I bought
And
it.
that's kind of how it is. It's
If I bought it.
Yeah, it's like, when I was testing out different SD cards for the Switch, and I took the SD card out, I put a new one in, I was just able to download the games again onto the new one. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is very, very simple. It's the simplest it's ever been for a Nintendo system.
But it needs to
digitally.
be in one central area though.
Yeah.
So I could be like, hey, I bought this 20 years ago.
Right.
I would like to download it again. I don't
Right.
have it on my system right now because it was 20 years ago.
Right.
I'd like to go in my closet and get it,
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they need to be able to let me do it. I don't care who has a license. I
You know
bought
what?
it.
Yeah.
Another thing that sucks
They're
about
not
digital.
getting money. They're not getting any new money.
No,
I already gave them my money, so they should be able to give me my
You
product.
should be able to put in your user ID, and if they prompt you for a password, you put the password in. That should be enough.
I can't sell the fucking license to anyone else. That's why they have this all implemented. So why can't I get it?
That's what I'm saying. At the very least, you should be able to seamlessly grab whatever you can. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, I think
Just
you kind of
just lock it into your account.
Shout out to Capcom.
can. It's like,
And another thing though,
or Activision.
actually, this is another con for digital copies.
Oh, there's many.
Storage space.
Vita
it was
storage?
it was a big issue
Vita.
with the Vita, of course, because it was so expensive for the memory cards.
memory sticks or whatever.
Also, it's an issue with the PS4 with the standard 500 gigabytes
that goes
of
fast.
storage. You got to fucking delete games and shit, and it turns the fucking convenient thing of having a digital copy into a fucking an annoying fucking process of deleting, re-downloading.
But
I
they
fucking
remedied
deleted what was it? Mortal Kombat X, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I thought when I deleted the game that the
Save was separate.
not the saves, the save
There was
file saved. It was
Okay.
separate, but what's not separate, and what I didn't know was all the DLC. When you first buy Mortal Kombat X, there's like a fucking like a 20 gig, almost like a 20 gig
Download. Yeah.
download right off the bat before you can even play the game. 20 gig download, right? And that's with DLC and all this shit.
Yeah.
You got to re-download that shit.
Oh yeah.
If you just delete the game alone, I thought it was separate. So I'm like, now I got to download another. And that shit took forever.
Lucky it was still up.
That shit took forever to download. You can't even play the game.
So-
You can play the game, but you can only play one stage, and then you can only pick 2 characters. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh God.
So another
But yeah.
thing about the digital aspect of these games,
Mm-hmm.
it is that the systems are more like computers.
Mhm.
So you can download extra things like
Right.
the DLC and the
Yeah.
actual files to get the game to go.
Right.
So companies can now release a game that's not finished, not even close to finished, and that's a big deal now
Can I
because
say
a
it?
lot of people do it.
Can I say
Yeah.
it?
So you can tell your story.
All I want to say is just one word, man.
Hmm.
Street Fighter 5.
I would think Mortal Kombat was the worst one. It was a worse offender.
There were,
'cause you couldn't even play it.
You could. Well, Street Fighter 5 was unplayable.
It still had modes.
That had.
It was
the,
still
the fucking
playable.
training mode.
Mortal
man?
Kombat, you couldn't
What
even
the
pick
fuck?
all your characters. You had to
Yeah,
download
but
your characters.
You played a trainer. Like I don't play. like, all right, you can still play the training mode in Mortal Kombat, but you can only pick 2 characters.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
had to
it was-
download
it
your
was-
characters because you didn't have them on the disc. How do you release a game
That's crazy.
with the characters and not
Day
put them
one
on
too.
the disc?
Day one,
That's crazy.
and that was a day one patch.
Like they don't have
Day
20
one when they
gigs
released the
available.
game.
It's a Blu-ray disc. They
Yeah.
have 20
Yeah.
gigs available on the
Yeah.
disc.
Yeah.
How
It is.
shitty was it that they brought it out as a key? Like they could basically release a game, a
Right.
CD as a CD key, so you can download the stuff.
That's
and there's nothing
garbage.
on the disc
That's crazy.
Xbox is notorious for
That's
that. shit.
crazy. Why? Why?
because they used to get mad that people would have the downloadable content locked on the disc, like Capcom used to do back
Yeah,
in the day.
Capcom got shit on for that.
So it would be on the disc,
But
already.
I'd rather have that.
but it would be on the disc.
It's like I'd rather have that.
I'd rather have
And
it.
you'd
on
rather
the disc.
not have
Fuck
the
it.
game on the disc at all, and now you got to download.
No,
the
I'd rather
game.
have it on the disc, man. Just give me all the fuck. I don't want to download shit. I don't like the pain of waiting.
People don't like it being on the disc and then you're being locked out of it. You gotta pay. Then you gotta pay for a download code to fucking.
I don't like that. I don't like that practice. But I'm just saying, like, it should be on the fucking disc.
I mean,
Finish
it's
the
not-
game before you release. But that's
Capcom gets a lot of shit for that, but they're not the first to do it.
No, they're not.
Like-
They're not.
Like
Ubisoft
Killer
did-
Instinct was
Ubisoft
pretty
did
much the first to do the season pass chapter seasons.
I remember Killer Instinct.
So they would have season 1, which was like the first arcade. Then they have extra characters season 2, and then they have season 3. So I mean, Capcom was always doing this when they had all their Street Fighter iterations.
Yeah.
Like they'd have Street Fighter 2, they've had Street Fighter Turbo, they've had Super Street Fighter, they have Super Street Fighter Turbo, they have Hyper Street Fighter, they have Ultra Hyper Street Fighter, they have all the Championship Edition, all this stuff combined into one thing. They just keep coming out with little parts to upgrade the thing. Now this time on Street Fighter 5, let me take a deep breath. So on Street Fighter 5, they didn't have the actual game on the disc. They released it for the internet players, for tournaments. That was what it was. And I'm
Yeah.
like, how did we get here? Street Fighter was like the granddaddy of all the fighting games. You come out with something without an arcade mode, and still to this day,
No.
they don't have an arcade
They
mode.
still don't.
proper
right? It's
one.
Not, it's,
Yeah.
No animated.
They have a
cutscenes,
story
nothing.
mode. They have a story
Yeah.
mode.
It's
they
not
don't
an
have
arcade.
a two round
Arcade
best
mode.
best out of 3 arcade mode on each fight.
Doesn't
How
exist.
is that not possible? How is that hard to implement?
And
It's been
out for
so
how
long.
long's it been out? How long's it been out?
It's been out for a very, very long
It's
time.
been out for a while.
So,
it's
listen.
like
Over a year.
So I bought. See, listen, I had faith in them, right? I bought the game full price, which is now it's $10 now. I bought the game
your
full
game's
price.
$10 now.
Yeah, I bought the game full price,
I did too. I pre-ordered it.
and I said, "Hey, they're gonna update this. They're gonna give me all I want. They hear all the complaints. They're gonna get arcade mode in here.
Yeah.
They're gonna add new characters. Fine.
That's what I thought.
I'll get the season pass, right?
Oh man.
I got the season pass. It's like cool. They're bringing out new characters. They're finally gonna introduce the story mode, which was blah. So
No, it was horrible.
and it was the first that they've done it, but it was not the greatest story. And
Terrible.
I'm waiting. I'm like, yo, all right, 2 more months. I'm definitely gonna get arcade mode because they said, yeah, we're working on it.
Nope.
And it's been a year and a half later, right? And there's been no arcade mode. I haven't even put the game in. I don't know if there is one. There might be one now. I don't know. It might have came out today, but I haven't played the game
Right.
because it's not there for me. And another slap in the face. Season 2. Another
Season
download.
2 pass?
There was
Is
another
that-
pass for the second year.
Yeah.
There was a second season for it that you have to pay full price for it. Because they said, yeah, we're not going to bring out little part. It says
Yeah.
that we're going to put everything on the disc.
Yeah.
You're going to have everything, whatever. We're just going to bring out new characters. And we're not going to charge you an extra thing for another game. Right? And I'm like, cool. I'm down for that.
And they do that shit. They make you pay for
And
a
then they
fucking
make
other
you
game.
pay. I would rather buy another fucking disc
You know what?
than pay for this
You
stupid
just
season pass for every year. And then you know what? They're gonna have a year 3. A year 3. You know how much this game costs?
Yeah.
You know how much these stupid they sell outfits for like $5
I
an
saw that
outfit.
shit. The
Yeah.
outfits are like, wow.
Yeah.
And then they'll sell a kit of them for like
And they'll-
$29. I'm
they'll
like,
throw it in
yo,
there. That's
this game is gonna be $400.
it should be in the game already to begin with. It should be already in the game, but they're gonna just sell it to you.
I mean, sometimes the outfits are interesting, but damn,
No, they're
I'm not paying
But what's-
over $500 for one game.
No, that's
But the
that's some
more-
milking shit, man.
What's the roster number up to as far as
Not
characters?
even close to 4.
No.
Street Fighter 4 had a lot of characters.
Yeah,
like, they
yeah.
go
It
up
was
to 40.
already there.
It went up to like every Street Fighter character you wanted to be from Alpha and Street Fighter
And
2
I bought
and 3.
I bought Ultra, all that. I bought it.
I bought them all.
It was
I
fine.
love Street Fighter 4. But like they're
They
coming
just
out of the
shit on
gate with
everyone
like
and it's
12
milking shit.
and 16
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
And like they got some new characters in there and characters you want to see. Like, where's Sagat? Where's him? Where is he? Vega is all changed. It's like, okay, you got like Bison, you got some fan favorites, but then there's other ones you want to play as. and you're not gonna see them for like 10
Where's
years.
Blanca? Damn it!
Now,
I
it's
will
like,
say
no
this,
Blanca.
though.
It's like, come on.
But nah, that's a downfall
yeah.
of digital. That's a downfall of digital. You don't release the full game. You
Yeah.
put it on there digitally.
I have
Yeah,
another
that's,
downfall of digital.
Mm.
It's going to kill. Well, it's been killing the pre-order.
Oh.
Killing pre-orders pretty much. Like, there's no incentive to really pre-order.
Well, you're not going to
anything.
see a big line at the store. For
No,
anything.
you're not going to see that.
Unless
and
you get some bonus for buying it.
Except for the preloading. You ever had you buy a game maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the launches,
They let you do it like a
preloaded.
week before.
and it's like all really.
Yeah.
No.
There was a couple of games that
It's like a half a week before it's actually out. They let you start downloading it to the system.
yeah.
So
And
at
it's
12 o'clock, you can actually play it.
So you can actually play it at 12 o'clock. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit, that's crazy. So they have that, which is, I guess, a pre-order kind of, right? No, that's
not
not
the same thing.
Nah.
How's it different?
It's different in the fact that like a
The
pre-order
fanfare.
pre-order culture is
The fanfare of actually getting together and
like imagine
going to get it.
Yeah, it's the whole culture of going, meeting people online,
Okay,
talking
you mean-
about the game
you mean
in person.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
that's it. Just
It
kind of
kills that
destroyed that.
culture.
It
Yeah.
just killed it completely.
Pretty
Like
much.
people don't know what the fuck that's about.
I mean, you'll see the diehards go out and get it. And,
Yeah.
but that
10
it's
people.
it's not nowhere near the same as it used to be. Where it was like remember waiting on the line for the fucking Wii. Remember
Right.
that?
I haven't
Remember
waited
how cool-
online for a game in a long time.
Like exactly that shit is. You don't see that shit. It's not really.
Yeah, it's
with the especially with online shopping and shit with Amazon, you got fucking
we met people online. who had-
Walmart. You can buy the shit on
That-
it shipped to your house.
I buy my
day
clothes
of.
from
You don't have to
Amazon,
fucking,
man.
They had our CD. He's like, yo, you know us. Yeah, you know you. You got our CD in the car.
I remember that.
And
That
it's
was
just
funny.
hilarious.
I was like, that show was great. We're waiting on the line for Wii.
But
Person
yeah,
right in front of us had a CD. Crazy.
pre-order culture is dying because of digital downloads.
The arcades, man. They died too because of console gaming. This is the next
That's a
wave.
whole nother. That's a whole nother.
And and organized crime.
that went down.
That's no. Well,
Everybody's in the house now.
that's pretty much what ran the fucking arcades.
Oh, yeah.
in,
Oh, yeah.
in New York.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
The
Cigarettes
Gambino fan. They did.
But
Childish Gambino.
like I said though, the collector in me took a hit from the digital stuff. So
Mhm.
they had a few titles on Amazon that were physical, only available from them, which was cool because everywhere else it was digital.
Yeah.
And I was like, Gravity. What was it? Gravity Rush? Is that what they call it in America now?
Gravity
yeah, it's
Rush?
Gravity Days
Yeah.
in Japan. Gravity
Yeah,
Rush.
yeah.
So Gravity Rush 1, the remaster for PS4. I was gonna get that. I said, oh, it's $30. Oh, but it's only digital. And then I
Right.
looked online and they said, only from us you get the full disc.
Right.
And I was like, all right, I'll order that. I got it. I had the real disc. It's like a collector's item now because it was only digital everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it is less of a physical copy. So it makes it more, it's hard. It makes
a limited
it makes
run.
it more valuable.
It's a limited run printing of the physical
'cause they're not
copy.
making as many. So
There's a
now you
company-
get some limited stuff.
Speaking of which, there's a company that actually does that.
Yep.
I forgot what the hell the name of the company is.
They
but
make it for some titles for PS4 now, but they started
Yeah.
with Vita, and they
Right.
had a lot of titles on Vita that were
Yeah.
like that. They were limited run.
Like
I think
they
they're
take-
limited run. That's the name of the company or something.
Yeah.
Limited runs. Hmm.
Yeah.
They take digital only games and they make physical copies, but they make a limited run.
But it's
Tell
for
them
that
about it.
niche people.
No.
Niche.
yeah, but it's worth a lot.
They're
if you can-
collectors
you
like
know.
you guys.
Yeah.
Me, I'm not a collector because
I got Valkyria Chronicles also like that.
yeah, she did.
The actual limited edition copy
Yep.
from Amazon.
I got a limited thing. No, not a limited. A fucking collector's edition of what was it? Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm.
By accident.
'Cause you don't read.
I thought this shit was a regular game. I got this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
He's like,
It came with a book and everything. It came with a comic and everything. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, man.
He's like,
Yeah.
Le Tomb Raider.
yeah, yeah.
This is the French version.
Yeah, what
no,
is
it's
this?
a limited edition now.
Oh, that's what that meant.
Yes.
L.E. Tomb Raider.
Axiom, you guys know Axiom Verge, right?
Yes.
That game.
Yes.
That's
Metroid.
coming to Switch, and there's gonna be a limited edition for
They're going to have
that.
a physical.
Yeah, they're gonna have a physical
That-
for that too, which is
And
a
they just
limited run
released
for that.
They just released the limited edition version of Wonder Boy.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's coming out for the PS4, but they
Yeah.
got the old Sega cartridge.
Yeah.
The
Really?
lines, the
Oh,
white
yeah,
lines.
yeah, yeah.
The grid?
Yeah.
Ah, that's
And
great.
look
instruction
dope.
manual with
Yeah.
color and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's a limited edition, yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're getting like
There's gonna be diehards always.
they're getting like working designs. Remember they used to make all those limited
Oh,
editions?
Working Designs made the best instruction booklets,
Yeah,
man.
they did a
put
lot of
the most production, color, everything into their instruction booklets. You'll never see that again.
Yep.
You'll never see that again.
It's like a limited edition comic book.
Question: Did you get Breath of the Wild digital or physical?
Physical, only because and this
Really?
is I got physical. That's the only physical
A
game. I
fucking
own.
diehard
I'm a
Zelda fan and
I'm a
into
diehard.
digital copies. The motherfucker has a physical.
This is the
copy.
reason why I got the physical copy, though. I wanted to be able to take the game, pop it right in, play it instantly. I didn't want to have to deal with day one servers going down and me have to download and fight with everyone going online at the same time. I didn't want to deal with that for Zelda. I'll deal with that for any other game, but Zelda, I needed to play day one.
Yeah, I feel the same. Certain games that, like I said, certain games I'll download because I don't feel like I'm going to lend that to anybody. It's just something
Right.
I'm going to play. And I'll just have it on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Street Fighter, I'm not going to buy a disc of that or a cartridge of that. I'm just going to throw it on because
Right.
it's on there all the time. So that's a pick up and play thing. But if
indie
it's like
games.
Mario Kart or Zelda or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then maybe I'll have a disc because then I can let someone borrow it and I can
Yeah.
borrow something else or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier that way
Agreed.
because
Yeah.
it's something that someone else would want to play other than me.
That's true, yeah. If I know somebody might want to play a game instead of them, and they might like the game that I have, and I might want to borrow something of theirs, I might get a physical copy for that reason, you know. But if another Zelda comes out for the Switch, I might just get it digital because there'll be so many games out by then. I'll be playing them, and I'll wait for the server to not be blocked up like it was, and I'll just download the shit to an SD.
And then you'll drop it and crack the screen, have no cloud save, and lose 1,000 hours.
You know what? Here's a question: Why isn't Sony like marketed their share play? Like,
Because nobody knows how to use it. And
That's
they're
the thing, though. It's
"Listen,
like-
I don't even feel like
but if they like pushed
Trying
it though,
that.
if they marketed, like people would be aware of it and be like,
they
oh,
don't
you know
market. They don't market share like the whole playing it on the Vita or anything because it's so crappy. We don't have the right internet for it. Overseas, they've got the internet for it. They can play
Right.
that at work.
We got
Right.
100
Not good enough.
megabits per second download.
Not good enough.
How much do we need to pay?
More. This is America. It's too big of an area. Places like India and stuff have like
Well, right
in
now,
seconds they could download a whole.
India's
Blu-ray.
got better
Well,
internet
listen.
than we do.
Smaller countries.
Travesty. That's
actually that's
travesty.
the opposite. It's a bigger country, but
No, I'm saying like,
Population-wise,
smaller-
yeah.
smaller-
I was like,
population-wise, they're right-
Population-wise, way more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, but it's a smaller area. Like the area that the network is in has less to go around. Like there's no middle America to go through. Like
Yeah.
everyone forgets that. This ain't just New York.
that's true. The U.S., all it is New York and California. Forget about everything else. I'm kidding. Joking. Joking. Everybody else matters. It matters. But I feel bad for your bad internet.
But let's move on before we talk forever. So the impact it has on retail. So we have now. Well, back in the day, we had a bunch of stores. We had Electronics Boutique, Babbage's, Funko Land, Playworld,
Land.
Playworld, KB,
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
KB. Oh, I remember KB.
All right, Kev. We're just
Sorry,
gonna get to the list.
sorry, I was like, wow.
So Toys R Us,
Getting nostalgic.
import shops like Die Hard Game Fan, like they would sell Japanese stuff.
Yep.
And then mom and pop shops, which I don't know the names of, but they would sell import titles also. But now it's just GameStop. Like they took over everyone, they bought everyone out around the world, and it's just
It's just them.
GameStop.
Yeah.
and they're losing money.
So
They're hemorrhaging money.
And Toys R Us. Toys R Us.
yeah, I mean the Toys R Us is still around, but no one really goes there for the games like they used to.
no.
Not really.
So these stores aren't making enough off the titles. Like, I mean, GameStop, there's so many of them. What they're gonna have to shrink the amount of stores that they have because every 2 blocks, this is not Starbucks. We can't do that for video games because the amount of profit they get per game isn't that high.
It's not that high, right?
That's why they push everything like
Used.
That's why the
toy-
hardware. They like the
push-
hardware.
Well,
That's why they-
hardware, they're doing good this year because of the Switch,
Right.
and that's the big reason there. The
Right.
titles like Call of Duty and everything, they lost money on because no one's buying those.
And they
Not like they used to.
they make money on the used games.
They're dying to get a Grand Theft
Oh,
Auto
the
out.
used, yeah.
They're dying for Grand Theft Auto to come out or Red Dead.
I'm dying for that shit.
But I'm saying those stores they want 100 million. Like they need those sales.
Right.
But
Digital
they're
copies killing
pushing magazines. They're pushing their Power Up Club.
Everything.
They're pushing like all the used games. They'll sell you a used game instead of a real new game.
Yep.
Just because they'll make more money.
They'll
off
make
it.
more money off it.
They will sell you a new game that's open and
Yeah.
used.
That happened to me.
Yeah, they'll sell it to you like it's new, and you'll be paying full price for something that's not even closed.
That's fucking foul.
Crazy.
It's not even
They'll say,
sealed.
"Oh yeah, nah, it's sealed. We put our sticker back on it." What are you talking about? Give me the real game.
No, they're hurting, man. They are hurting because I didn't mention this earlier. Just remembered now. There is news about GameStop for the first time opening or being open for Thanksgiving.
Yep, they are open
I
for
read
Thanksgiving.
about that. Yeah,
This
that
year.
was going to
And
be
everybody's
part of my
That means
news.
that means that they are hurting financially. And it's the digital copies are kind of killing the store, the brick and mortar.
Thanksgiving
Retail
that's
stores.
fucked up. You
Yeah.
know how your people in stores selling games on Thanksgiving,
And they have
They need to start selling digital cards for all these games.
like going to what
Seriously.
you were saying. They have that policy. I forgot the hell the name of it is called. All around the world or something like that. It's it's when the GameStop employees have to, like, corporate tells the GameStop employees they have to recommend, if somebody asks for a new game,
They have to try and sell.
they have to try and sell a used game to fucking even out the sales, or they have to sell X amount of used games to supplement the new game that they sold, because they don't really make money on the new game.
Yeah.
They make more on the used games.
Yeah.
So they have to push used games.
Yeah, because if they buy your game
And-
for
and you have to
$10,
sell-
I
and
read
then they
about
sell
that.
it for
and it's
40.
like,
So that results in putting the employees in a lot of pressure
yeah.
to make their quota.
Yeah.
And they start resorting to, like, lying to customers, telling people that, oh, we don't have this game in stock, when it is in stock, because they want to sell them a
wanna
used.
sell 'em
But
a
we
used
have a
game.
used game here. We have it used for $5 cheaper or whatever.
Bucks. 47 or 50 bucks. Yeah, for the used one. But
And they would do that.
it's so that they would make what, $30, $40 instead of 10. Like, that's the margin.
That's true. That's
their margin.
that's a crazy margin.
It's not an ethical practice.
It's not an
but
ethical practice at all, and it's like
I had no problem buying used games.
I got no
back in the
problem.
day,
Yeah, I was
but
just
the way
about to
they-
say I
don't
got
either.
no problem buying
No.
a used game. It's like
No, I don't either.
they work in the warranty. They still have a warranty, so
But
it's
if you
like
sell it to me for the price of a new game, I'm gonna be pissed.
yeah.
Right.
Like, if I go in there and buy a game, you don't have it used, and you sell me an open new game, I'm gonna be pissed.
Right.
That's bullshit.
If I buy
Don't
a
lie
used
to me.
game, you
Don't
expect it
sell
to be
me that
used.
price.
You can't lie. Yeah, exactly. It's like if you're gonna sell people used, you need to come down more than $5,
I was like, what the
and you
fuck
need
is
to tell
this
them to
big
buy a
ass
used game.
GameStop sticker on here for? Where's my plastic?
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, no,
GameStop-
we put it out that way.
What about the
So we can put
GameStop
the-
fucking box? I have one of those.
Yeah, and they don't give
They
you
give you
the
a
actual
fucking
title.
a box that says GameStop on it with a GameStop sleeve in it,
Yeah.
because they don't have the original case or
Yeah.
box for
They
it.
need it on
It's
the
like,
shelf.
come on, man.
They need it on the shelf. We had to take the game out for the title on the shelf.
It has the title of the game
It's
printed.
the last one. Don't worry though. We have it new.
Yeah,
Boy, get out of here.
yeah.
Lies.
No, it's horrible,
Lies.
man.
That's why I don't go there.
But
listen,
but
These
it's,
stores are going.
you know,
These stores aren't doing well because you can go now. You can go to what is it? You can go to Best Buy and get
Go to
20%
Best
off
Yeah.
if you're part of the
Gamers Club.
Yep. You can get 20% off all your new titles
Mhm.
and 10% off all your used ones. Right
for 2 years.
for 2 years
That
for 30
shit's crazy.
for 30 bucks
For 30 bucks, 2 years. The
Yeah.
shit pays for itself.
and
You buy
games.
2 new games.
Yeah.
It pays for itself.
Yep. Or
the
you can
money you
go-
save.
Or you can be a Prime member on Amazon and get the same 20% off.
I
all
get
your
the
new
same
games.
shit.
So
I don't.
these
I got
stores,
both of them.
So these stores, when they have a new game,
Right.
who's going to GameStop to buy these games when they're not 20% off?
People with
That's true.
gift cards like me
Well, yeah.
that haven't used it yet.
But you know what I do with the
Because
gift
I'm like,
cards?
fuck.
That's when I get my digital card for the
Yeah,
Switch and
yeah.
buy the digital games.
No,
Because I'm not
serious.
buying it from them. I'm
You
buying
know
it from
what?
Amazon. Or
Yeah.
I'm buying it from Best Buy. Digital,
Might as well.
save the money.
Do you want to know the real reason why I haven't used the GameStop gift card that you gave me?
Get that
Christmas?
shit back.
No, you know why? I don't want to go through the hassle of being offered a fucking magazine and fucking power up rewards card. And
Listen, go in there. Go in there and buy a Nintendo card, and then come back, and then you switch that money.
You need to get that gift card back. I'll use that shit.
But actually, a positive about physical copies. There's been a rise in retro game sales.
Well, even
A
GameStop
huge
is selling retro now.
Exactly, they're getting in. That's how big it is now because
Retro, huh?
yeah,
It's
retro
gonna
games.
It's gonna hit a peak, though.
Sega Saturn, fucking Super Nintendo, like every Dreamcast. Those shits are selling like crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Those are selling. Like
Yeah,
people
'cause
are
collectors
buying.
still want to collect. They don't want the digital.
It's a nostalgia factor. Like people, remember that shit. They want a piece of their
Oh, wait till
childhood.
they play it again, though.
Yeah, well, it's just that they want a piece of their
Put
childhood.
down
Maybe,
at the 5 minutes.
maybe they have kids and they want to introduce the shit that they used to play when they
Right.
were a kid, and
But that's
you know
what
what I
we were
mean.
saying
It's
about
like
the NES
it's
Classic.
there's a novelty to that,
That's true. Yeah.
But
But a lot of people don't want the hassle.
but that's a positive for physical copies.
Yeah.
So mom and pop shops have to do retro now. Like that's their basic.
But
That's their bread and butter.
They're striving on that though. They're doing really well.
Only if they've been around for a while, though. You can't open one
Well,
today.
yeah.
You can't open one today unless you
Yeah.
were a collector and have a massive supply that you want to sell.
There's actually quite a few of them
Wow.
around
Yeah,
where we are.
they'll be gone soon. No, the second
Well,
they
they
sell
gotta
out,
they
when
gotta
they sell,
move.
when
They gotta
sell
move
all that stuff.
They have
And
to
they'll be
adapt to the industry. So
Yeah.
I mean, right
'Cause
now
they're not getting new games because of the 20% off I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm talking about right
20%
now.
off. I'm gonna have to take advantage of that shit because $59.99 is a lot of money, man. That's not. That's
I
not
told
cheap.
you that shit before, man. I was like the GameStop Gamers Club card. This shit is fucking worth it.
Yeah, but
It's worth it, man. Listen,
I'm
I
a
bought.
digital guy.
I
told
got
you. That's good for retail though.
You can still buy a digital through GameStop.
Yep.
You
There's
get a
ways.
digital download
and still get
through their
20%
website.
off. And still get 20.
You put fucking yes,
Oh shit.
yes.
I guess I'm gonna have to take advantage.
They
of
give
that.
you a code. You put it in their fucking whatever system, and that's it. You get the download.
Okay. I'll take care of that. Yeah, it's better
So,
than paying.
Well,
it's
only-
the same
well,
shit.
I could do Splatoon, right? 20% off.
We're only messing up the retail industry more. Don't listen to us.
But yeah, I mean,
I don't
it's
care.
inevitable though. Digital is going to be the wave of the future.
I want my games as cheap as possible.
Yo, Funko,
That's what's gonna
Funko
happen.
Land used to be the shit.
Yeah, I remember.
They took back used games and
Yo,
gave you
but
good
that was-
value, unlike GameStop.
Yeah, but that was some false advertising though, man. I remember I was like 8 years old. I went to Funko and I took like a stack of Nintendo games, and I was like,
I
yo,
used to get some dough.
because they had the commercial where the guy fucking handed him a fucking wad
they'll
of
give you
cash.
cash though.
And I thought that shit, that was like store credit. I was like, what the fuck is store credit? I didn't know what store credit was.
You get $10.
I learned
real
that
money.
day. That was the first lesson in what
like if
store
you-
credit was.
Yeah, it's like get no cash.
I thought I was getting cash as I saw the commercial. I'm like, oh, I begged my mom to drive me there and shit. I'm like, I get there, put
They
it
give
in.
you $50 in store credit,
Yeah.
or they'll give you $10 in cash. There's a
Yeah.
huge difference.
Yeah,
Huge
no,
difference.
I was like, oh, the
But
fuck
you used to
outta
get
here,
some
store
dough back.
credit.
I used to get some games, but now lately I've been just keeping my games.
Mhm.
I've been keeping all my physical games because it's
Me
not
too.
it's not even worth taking back now. I'm like,
No.
listen, if I go back and sell my game and get $7 back,
No.
I'll just work 3 extra hours and get the game. Like it's not a good enough trade off for me.
Yeah.
now.
You know, I realize I have
Unless trying to.
Unless I have the game digitally
Mario
because of PlayStation
Kart.
Plus or
I
something.
have 3 versions of Mario Kart 8.
Or unless it's Bomberman R.
I have the physical.
Sell that back.
Unless it's Bomberman Mars shit.
I have
Yeah.
I have the physical copy, right, that I bought,
Mhm.
paid full retail price for the Wii U.
Mhm.
Then I got my Wii U hacked, so I got the shit again digitally. So I have a copy of it,
I'm going to jail.
and then it's modded. It's modded. It's modded. I did it myself. Anyway, then I bought it for the Switch, so I have 3 fucking copies. 3 copies.
There you go.
2 of them I paid for. The other one's a copy.
Well, that's Nintendo for you. They make you pay mad times.
So yeah,
No, I double dipped on Mario Kart 8,
I double.
and I don't regret it one bit.
No, it's fun. It's a fun game, and it's great because you can have it on the go.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
It's
the
crazy.
novelty
it's
of having
still
this.
surreal.
But I'm
still surreal.
I'm torn in the middle when it comes to physical and digital with the Switch, and with
Digital all the way.
and with all my systems. I have
I'm happy with the Switch
I'm like-
thing because they let you put your own memory card in. I can put
Yeah.
a 128 gig card in there and pop it out, put another one in. I can
They
download
just-
all I want on there.
they just
Yep.
don't let you move games yet.
No, not onto another
Not-
system.
They
No.
don't let you move saves.
No, they don't
It's the
let they don't let you
saves.
move shit.
You can move.
They don't have it set up so you can move that shit. If something happens to your system, you're
It'll
fucked.
happen. Well, the saves will be.
I'm
the
waiting
saves
for
will
it
be
to
fine.
happen. Damn it! There was just
They're gonna have an update.
there
Soon.
was just an update yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time you guys hear this shit, it's going to be old. But there was an update yesterday, literally yesterday. And I couldn't wait because I'm like, maybe this is it. Maybe they're going to add the
it's just a
feature where you can
minor-
move the save. Nope.
Minor tweaks.
They just added,
Stability. Stability.
it was that and fucking the battery life indicator.
Yeah.
Like
Tells
it
you
was
the- it tells you on
inaccurate.
the Switch?
It was inaccurate.
Now they fixed it.
So they fixed that. Yeah. That's
Okay.
the fucking update. And I
So
was
by
like,
the time you guys
God
hear this, they
damn it.
might actually have a way to save your games into the cloud.
And
Yes.
Probably not. Not by the time. No.
I want that to happen so bad. More than the virtual console. I want that to happen more than the virtual console.
I thought they were going to
Not
do
me.
it when they released Splatoon because they were going to have the whole online infrastructure.
Only because I'm paranoid.
And that took a huge dump. That was not a good look.
To
only-
what
The whole chat thing, that worked out terrible.
I haven't used it yet, but I'm
you
not
won't.
hearing good.
You will
things.
never use it.
And I could.
We'll never see that.
Look up easy. Look, it's just like it's very simple. It's
I've
like
had my-
you take this
There's
thing.
nothing simple about
No.
it.
You take this thing, right? You put a headphones
Terrible
on,
app.
put on your thing.
No, you know
Terrible
what?
app.
You know what people are doing? I just saw. I
They're
read
just
about.
going to call their
I read
friend
it
and talk to them.
They use
Or-
Skype.
Yeah.
People use Skype on fucking
Way easier.
on speakerphone because it's it's more intuitive and it's easier than
Why
the
can't
fucking
their
app.
app do that? Why can't you make a call?
And then the music doesn't even come through the fucking app.
Right.
It's like it's stupid.
No, it's just the vocals.
It's so fucking
it's just
dumb.
voice. It's like the game audio comes through the game, through the switch. But then the vocals.
just call your friend.
just
Yeah.
It's on the phone.
Just
You
it was
use the phone to talk. Don't they realize
that
this?
shit was an afterthought, man.
Don't they realize you use the phone to talk? I know people don't call each other anymore, but you can still call someone,
It's.
and it's free. Like your minutes don't count for anything. Just call them.
I've read
and
a lot
talk
of things
all
about
day.
it. I haven't used it myself. So
I
I
think
can't
With
it's-
comment.
headphones on.
I think it's a beta test, really, man. It's just like,
You know, well,
we're
you know,
testing this out.
there's a lot of time before this thing goes, before that paid service comes out. So hopefully they work out the kinks, make this thing more intuitive and more modern.
You can even put more than one person on
Wishful
the phone.
thinking.
It's possible. You can put more than one person on the phone and talk to all of them.
Yeah. Dude,
crazy.
I watched the video.
Conference call.
I watched the video of this dude playing Splatoon 2, and he had the app, and he's like, and he's doing it for the first time. He's like, all right, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hold on, wait, let me go on to this next thing. He clicks on the fucking thing. He's like, hello? Hello?
You know, it'd be
Hello?
hilarious.
And then he's like, yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you. He's like, oh, good. All right, let's play the game. Starts the game. Hello? Hello? What's
Would've
going
been
on?
great.
He's like, and after like a half hour, he figured it out. It was like you had to do all this shit.
It would have been great if
Oh,
during
man.
in the
Just
middle
talk
of
to
all
your
this,
friend.
he's like, "Listen, I'll give you a call so we can try and get this to work." That would have been great. And then they don't even realize that they're still talking to each other.
And then
Hello?
he gave up because they had to leave. Once you left the lobby, like you couldn't talk to anybody
Nope.
in the lobby. You had to sign into the game.
In the game,
and then
you
wait
can't
for
talk,
the shit
right?
to it was bad. It was bad. So
Right.
he's like, after that they just went on Skype, and then that was it. They were just like, oh, you just talk to each other on Skype while we play the game.
Oh man, what a mess.
I was
like,
Well, you guys, and any of y'all got anything else?
No, that's pretty much it, man.
That's it.
All right, so you guys out there, let us know what you like and the positives and negatives of your digital versus physical copies of the games. All right, let us know in the comments below.
Absolutely.
Right.
And you can subscribe to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast on iTunes, podcast.com, Stitcher,
Just a thumbs up.
Android. If you have a podcaster app, we're going to be on there. So definitely look for us on there as well. Level 857.
That's right.
Also subscribe to the Level 857 Video Game Entertainment channel because we got videos every other day.
It's on YouTube.
Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, wait, one more thing. If you can, leave it in the comments. I want you to write down and see, if you watch this whole video, how many beers did I have during this podcast? All right? That's all I wanted to say. All right. Peace.
Can't count that.